Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Using my Lightseers Tarot here at the moment, I am looking at, this is one of my alternate readings, so thank you for joining me. Wanted to have a look at, and this is sort of more of a special interest subject for me, I'm looking at the First Nation people's songlines, also known as the dreaming track. And what I want to investigate a little bit further is do we all have a personal DNA passed on down through our DNA songline as well? So the First Nations, Australian First Nations people's songlines are songlines about the creation across the land and sky of the landscape of Australia, and the community laws, the laws, the ceremonies, the land, the sky, between groups and different areas. So these songs were passed along as large song cycles, passed down the generations via individuals and a community itself, and often they were divided up into chapters. So one tribe would have a particular chapter in the song, and the next tribe over would have the next chapter. And basically what these did is they tied the entire culture of the First Nations people of Australia together in a continuous songline dream time of creation and culture. So what I want to have a look at, I'm just going to have a look at the energies behind these songlines, and then I'm going to have a little investigation to see whether we all have songlines. Now, what I'm really feeling is this is very much about past lives and the knowledge that we bring forward that we may not be consciously aware of, but we are, for whatever reason, subconsciously knowledgeable, going into an area where we feel like we've been before, or we just happen to know something. But I'm just going to go into the energies of the First Nations people's songlines, the dreaming track, the story of the storylines of creation of the community and the sky and the cultures and the laws. Show me the energies of the Australian First Nations people's songlines. Oh, cards popped over. Card. Thank you. You want that? No, put those two back. Okay, thank you. So show me. Got to do what I'm told. Otherwise, I'm really, really told. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. The energies of the Australian First Nation people's songlines. Knowledge that was passed on via the generations in the form of song to bring the culture and the communities together to share the knowledge. Show me the songlines. Okay. I'm really drawn, what I'm seeing now is the stars in the night sky. And what would often happen, I'm getting the image of, what am I getting? The emu in the night sky. And what would happen at particular times of the year when certain images in the night sky would be visible would mean there was either change of season, that was expectation of, I'm going to say, the mullet run, which is the fish running up the coast. Thank you. I can just see the sky. I can just see all the drawings of the Dreamtime images in the sky. Okay, show me the energies. Let's just see where this goes. Okay, what we've got here. Oh, I've got a puppy dog in the background there. Using my lights is the first card that came out was the Queen of Pentacles. Stability, security, opportunity being presented, but very much a serene nurturing of Mother Earth. This is about nurturing and healing. But what I'm really getting here is that she is just incredibly in tune with the ebb and flow of the earth cycle. And we have the working together, the different tribes coming together and working together to create the whole for the benefit of all. So the energies behind the scenes, the Four of Pentacles, which is about holding on to what is really important and letting the rest go. So this was not day to day. This was information that was really important for the benefit of all to be handed on. It's about when to do the cold burning of the bushlands. When would the kangaroos be arriving? When would the certain bush tucker foods, uh, the traditional foods, um, plant-based foods be available for harvesting? When were the crabs doing whatever it was that they needed to do? This was about passing on, holding on to and passing on the information that was so important, that was above and beyond the day-to-day. And it was entrusted to individuals who could bring this information forward to guide the tribes on their path going forward, who could light the way. There's a little lantern here, light the way on the path going forward. And it was a really important role. It was an incredibly important role, and they held this knowledge within their, what am I getting? I'm going to say within their soul. And you've got this knowledge here as this bright light. Okay, where are you taking me, guys? Where are we going with this? The Moon card. It's about, first of all, it's exposing to the light the journey forward. But it's very much an emotional card. Okay, thank you. Thank you. It can be my emotionally overwhelming card. This information was so important that what I'm really getting is that some that it was entrusted to felt that an overwhelming sense of responsibility here that sometimes was too much. So they didn't trust it to just one person, is what I'm getting, because it could be, the importance of it could be very much emotionally overwhelming, and it was too valuable, okay, because it needed to be brought into the light, but it could be burdensome. So what have we got here? Oh, look at these major arcana we're bringing out. But this is very much about the earth cycle, the moon cycles, the wisdom. So bringing this light, that emotionally need to bring the emotions to the surface with this knowledge and expose it to the light. This moon, the light of the moon, is imparting the wisdom. There's little beads dropping down there to encircle the planet Earth. So this was about the earth cycles. Vitally important. The karma hanging over these earth songs, we've got the Queen of Cups. Again, emotion. We've got a lot of emotion coming forward here. This is a cups card as well, even though there is no cups in it. It was an emotional working together. I don't know that we can grasp in our modern day about how important these songlines were, and how, thank you, I keep getting the word burdensome, but not a burden. So the emotional responsibility of the power of this information. I'm also getting here there were some things that were not revealed, that were passed along, that were not revealed to the everyday. There were some secrets that were still kept and passed from teacher to student, about the balance of life, the balance of the dream time versus the physical, the balance of the sky and the earth, keeping the cycles in balance is what I'm really getting there. This is about sustainability, balance, knowledge, a lot of knowledge here, the opportunities, and it was task. It was a task. It was a task. The Three of Swords, this is the outcome. These songlines have been lost. A lot of these songlines have been lost, and it's left a barren landscape in the heart of our Australian First Nations people. There's a lot of grief about the loss of these songlines. Some still remain, but there is so much that has been lost, and there is so much grief in regards to that loss and the barrenness in the hearts of these First Nation peoples. But we have the Knight of Cups here. The information is the emotion of the okay, how do I put this, guys? The emotion of the information is still there, being brought forward and being rediscovered. It's up to the First Nations people and those of us that are interested and those that want to keep these stories alive, these songs alive, to meet halfway, to pick up the challenge of learning these songlines and taking control. Owning them is what I'm getting. Owning them, belonging to them on both the physical and spiritual level. Taking control of your history and your past and working together going forward to create magic going forward, because these songlines, they have huge strength in the healing and recovery of our country and of our world. Okay, thank you. I'm getting that they're just not Australian First Nations people. They exist in all of the native tribes, all the First Peoples tribes, this information. And I'm getting that it is so powerful. It's going to be incredibly powerful going forward as we enter this period of rebalancing and healing and peace and sustainability and living in cycle with our planet, rather than demanding that we get oranges from across the other side of the world and apples from the other side of the world, and our energy shipped in from goodness knows where. This is about a return to balance in the cycles with Mother Earth. We are at a crossroads in regards to this, where we need to remove our blindfold and choose a path forward where, thank you, I'm going to say, okay, thank you, how do I put this? Where we forego the rape and pillage and stealing of the lands. The light is going to be exposed on this, and it is about the stealing and rape and the excess that we are going to find ourselves restricted by. But we're not actually restricted. We feel that we're restricted in this lifestyle that we're living at the moment, the fast consumerism, the fast, what do they call it, fast fashion, fast food, fast. It's time to slow down and shed those bindings that are holding us into this life cycle that is not serving us, because we can create magic going forward. We have choices in regards to this, where we can be inspirational and inspire others with the message that we're bringing forward, with the communication, with the song lines, the dreaming track, the message from our past, bringing it forward about how we live in harmony with the land. And then we set out on this new beginning where the universe has got our back, and it is fantastic, absolutely connection, intimate, direct connection with universal energy, while we have our feet grounded on the land. And this is a new chapter that we're bringing forward. a new chapter that we're bringing forward through slow and steady progress to bring about significant reform by breaking down the old way of thinking and creating new and transforming. And I'm looking at the amount of major arcana I'm pulling out here, because the next card is being in touch with our soul spirit and allowing our soul spirit and our song lines to sing and embrace and bring forth our feminine intuition, where we decide whether we go back into the dark or we move forward into the light. But this is direct connection with spirit. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we are at this stage at the moment. Sorry, I'll just fix my light there. We are at this stage at the moment where there is heartbreak and despair and barrenness and grief, because this knowledge and the connection with land has been torn asunder. But we are being presented with the opportunity to step up and step forward. There was a lot of there was a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure. This was about sharing the ebb and flow of Mother Earth, the cycles of Mother Earth, living in harmony, living sustainably, living simplistically, when enough is enough, when we have all that we need. Okay, I'm going to have a look just to see whether we have our own personal song lines, our personal dreaming stories coming down through our DNA, because I feel that we do. I know we say the sins of the father in regards to those that are not in harmony with Mother Earth. But I'm just wondering, do we have our own personal harmony song lines, our feelings of responsibility, of knowledge, of knowing that come down through our DNA? Don't say it. Very much yes. Stepping forward with the message, powerful message and passion, with strength from your ancestors lining up behind you is what I'm getting. Strength of the ancestors behind you as you step forward with this powerful message. An emotional culmination of the generations that have gone before. As each of us come to an end of a cycle and pass these emotions on to the next, in whatever form they are, if they are in love and joy and acceptance and embracing, those are the emotions we pass on. Thank you. What I'm getting is that they are passed on in the emotional level. Now, in that previous spread, we had a lot of emotion. This is not about sword energy of facts by rote. This is more about feeling and engaging on the core substance level. And if for whatever reason we're going through incredibly difficult and fearful and horrendous times, this is also what we pass on. Thank you. So we need to ensure that we accept, that we embrace, that we step forward with love, and that we share that love so those that perhaps are dwelling in this fear, in fear and hatred, can feel the touch of spirit, of love, of belonging. And that is what they will then pass on to the next generation. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, this is about stepping up and owning. This is the taking control card, but this is very much about stepping up and owning our destiny going forward. We have the choice. We can either step in and say, yes, this is the message we want to pass on, or we can stay silent. This is about owning our past, teaching our past, giving hope for the future. This card's in the past and it is about connection with Mother Nature, healing, stability, security, nurturing, being at peace, being at one. Bringing forth a serene feminine energy. Crowning this reading, and I'm not surprised to see this card here, is the Knight of Truth, the Knight of Swords. What is happening in our world at the moment is giving us a swift kick up the backside. It is nearly time for us to take off on this, I'm going to say on this motorbike, as I've got my eyes shut, but I can see the card as clear as anything. We are racing towards this future that we need to be prepared for. And part of being prepared for our future is understanding our past. This is the energies that we're in at the moment. Is the harsh truth being presented to us. And then for us to step forward and take this truth, because it's bringing us a future of healing, huge healing and hope, and being able to hold on to our dreams and experience the glow and sitting in the love and the serenity and the peace. Externally, Ten of Swords. We are entering a significant ending of a cycle where we can let the truth free and step over into the new dawn of our existence on planet Earth with freedom in our heart and knowledge that this is about we've climbed the hard yards, about stepping over the ridge into our new dawn, our new day, our new stage in history internally. We have it all within us. We are very comfortable, but we need to see from a different point of view. We need to bring this light forward and see the way forward from a different point of view. We are in a pause moment as these cycles are changing. We need to be prepared. We need to be comfortable with who we are and the knowledge that we are bringing forward. Because it is coming, the change is coming. A lot of major arcana today, which is just telling me what an important message this is, and we've got tens as well. This is about deciding what we want our future to look like. Stepping into the authority and the power that we have, and step by step by step by step by step moving towards this future. There is no escalator, there's no express elevator here. This is about stepping towards this future step by step by step and taking others along with us. I know many of us would like to be in this position at the top here already, but we have a process that we need to go through first that is part of this healing. But the outcome, another 10, end of a cycle, coming together of community, finding your tribe, sharing between the generations as we move into the next cycle. putting out the hand and offering to teach and accepting to learn at a heart level. The opportunity for us to engage into these personal DNA songlines is being presented to us both from your guides and my guides, from spirit, from energy, light, universal energy, whatever you like to call it. It is there on offer for us to grab hold of. We need to make the decision as to whether we are going to take up that offer. And here she is, the inspirational queen. She's bringing forth her knowledge, her spirituality, her message, and she inspires all of us to step up and inspire others with compassion and empathy and work together to create a magical future. Work together on an emotional level to create a magical future. Oh boy, yes, we have within us, we all have within us our personal DNA songlines that are brought to us from spirit, from your guides. And to finish up with a couple of cards from Starseed Oracle, had that upside down, I do apologise. So yes, this is about learning this balance with nature, sharing the ebb and flow of connection, of being in harmony, of sharing this knowledge. And we do have our own personal DNA songlines brought to us through emotion of past loves and past hurts. And we have a responsibility to pass on as well. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. You've been here before. You have learnt these stories before. You have learnt the dreaming before. They have been lost in so many of our lands. It's time to regain that knowledge and bring it forth and share it. Soul memories and gifts, because doors are opening. You decide whether to step through this portal with the rewards on the other side, whether it's this lifetime or next lifetime. And it's all about learning to be human as part of this earth. We are in this world. It does say, but not of it. I perhaps disagree. We are of this earth. We are of this time. It is for us to decide whether we want to find what has been lost, step through the portal. You've been here before, you've done this before. It's up to you to decide, because it's about learning to be human on this earth. Not race, not religion, to be human. Thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care.